Okay. Well, here we both are. It is Tuesday, December 14th. Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
what?
It's crazy, right? December
No,
14th.
it really is. I mean, seriously, December just started, and now it's the 14th.
Well, wait, wasn't it just summer a little while ago?
I know, exactly.
Technically, it isn't even winter yet because that's not until
Right.
September, so, which is
That's
the
right.
big,
Even though I look very wintry back here, but I thought, well, we have snow in the Sierras. So I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and put my
I,
blanket up.
I don't know if I mentioned this, a couple of months ago, they told me that we were going to have a very nice, wet, rainy season.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I remember you mentioning that. So that's great news. I haven't asked about it really. So, but that's awesome. And we're off to a good start. I mean, so hopefully that is going to be the case.
So, what's new in your world?
Um, Not a whole lot. Nothing major to report. How about for you? I saw your lovely pictures of the dog, of the Husky
Oh my
on
God.
your social media. You should talk about that. Well, I guess we'll introduce ourselves and then maybe
Yeah.
talk about it, but I think it is worth mentioning for sure. What do you think?
So this is Tammy Langowski of Tammy's Intuitive Services, and she channels message every now and again on her sites. I mean, her social media.
It's tammy'sintuitive.com, social media, Instagram and Facebook as Tammy's Intuitive Services. And I have another YouTube channel as well that you can check out.
And I'm Julie Hawkins, the biz psychic. It's fun to do that, I guess. And I channel with Tammy. I used to channel privately, and I still have my biz psychic YouTube channel up. So if you're wondering, what was happening a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, as we started into the pandemic, then that might be a good place to go and pick out some things and listen to, because I like getting the validation. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sorry.
That's understandable.
I'm going to close my, and so yes, I get private readings too. And so I'm just going to close my email so it doesn't ding while we're.
Yeah, and that's a good point, because we should introduce ourselves at the beginning. We both do private readings, so you can get a hold of us, either one of us. My other channel is called Tammy's Channel Chats. I give some messages along. Julie and I do our thing, and then I do something kind of similar on another channel. So yeah, if you're looking for messages, they're all over the place, right?
They are. We are. Well, you are. I'm not so much.
Well,
I'm all over the place walking a Husky right now.
Yeah. So tell us about your the Husky that could be up for possible adoption.
No, she's definitely up for adoption.
Okay.
So the woman who owns her, got her when she was a puppy. She showed me a picture of her as a puppy, just an unbelievably adorable cream colored Husky. And she's about 8 years old, and her mom just has a newborn, about a month old. And she really just doesn't have the resources to take care of the baby and to give Aqua the attention that Aqua needs and the walks that Aqua needs. There's really nobody to watch her baby. So I completely understand that. And I fell in love with Aqua. And it used to be, well, we would walk her, my friend, my walking buddy and I, and my good friend would walk past the house on the corner, and I'd pet Aqua. And then as we'd start to walk away, she would just howl, "Where are you going? Where are you going? You cannot leave me, come back." It's just, that's what I heard, So what happened was, there are other people that live there, her brother and the brother's girlfriend. And honestly, I don't know who else. I don't know what's going on there. And they have another dog, a black German Shepherd, and that belongs to the brother. Long story short, Aqua is very, very smart, and they have a hinge on the gate, and she would jump up on the gate and push up the hinge. I don't know that she knows what she's doing, but she knows when she jumps up there, her paw pushes it open, right? And so she was escaping regularly, as my understanding is Huskies are known for their escape artistry. They are really, really very smart and very talented at getting out. And so they took the animal shelter came and got her and the other dog. They were out running. I was gone that day, came home to find, long story short, they eventually bailed them out of jail, as I call it. And really they had to pay fines and tickets. And I mean, really, they bailed them out of jail. And I decided I wanted to start walking Aqua, that Aqua needed more attention. And I asked the owner, do you want to put her up for adoption? I wish I could take her. I cannot take her. I would love to take her. She is a lot for me to handle, even on a half an hour walk. And this dog needs a lot of attention and time and patience. And as much as I adore her and she adores me, I can't take her. I can only take her for walks. So
right.
Well, we're in the process of trying to find new homes. I put it out to next door neighborhood and got some interested people, got a lot of interested people actually, but they were things like, yeah, I would love her and I can take her. And it's like, well, you're not even asking me anything about her and you're not telling me anything about you. You can't just come and pick her up.
Sure. Right. Exactly.
That way.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's where we're at. I'm trying to start screening people again. In the meantime, Aqua got out Sunday night when it was pouring rain.
No.
And my friend called me and she's like, they're down on the corner again because Aqua's out. And I put on my coat, went over there, and these people just pissed me off. I'm like, I put something in the gate, a carabiner for you to put through the hole. It's not hard to open and it's not hard to put on for a human, but a dog can't get it open. It's missing, it's gone. So clearly they didn't want to do anything about it. Now, the actual owner of her does not live there. She's living with her mom, I guess, and her partner is living there. I don't know. I try not to know too much, you know?
Yeah.
So they're not always aware of when this is happening. Animal control gave them another citation and read them the riot act. And I'm like, I'm trying to find her a new home, please. I'm really trying to find her.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
And I got to tell you, Aqua was soaked to the bone and she smelled like a cow pasture.
Oh gosh.
It was just disgusting and heartbreaking. And
yeah, absolutely.
And I kept texting the owner. I'm like, can somebody, I left them and I'm like, are you going to put her in the back? Are you going to put her in the back? And they're like, oh yeah, we'll put her in the back, as they lit up their joint.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
I'm like,
yeah. Exactly.
Sure, you can read lips.
Yeah.
And
that is so hard to see too, when
I don't know
people treating their animal that, you know, yeah.
I assume they just smoked what was left of their whatever and them finally put her in the back, but.
So you hear it, honestly. If somebody is, you know, out there watching this in the area, preferably local,
right.
In this, you know, again, we're in Northern California, South Bay in particular, area.
I'm downtown San Jose, and I'd love to keep her here because I would love to see her again. But
yeah. So if there's anybody, you know, who might be able to give her a really loving, good home and the attention that she needs.
And just let me be clear, I have done a lot of research. You know, I could probably do some more, but I know there's a Husky rescue. They communicated with me via email. That's another conversation I'm not going to go into because they were not very helpful.
Oh,
okay. They're like, you can take pictures and post them on our site. That was it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
So really, she needs somebody who, and oh, by the way, we haven't verified this, but she may have heartworm, which is treatable because she seems to have the symptoms. So somebody who is interested in adopting her has been very slow in the process, trying to get her to a vet, trying to get her groomed, trying to get her meds. it's just very slow going, and they have another dog and they can't introduce the two of them before she's on serious flea cleaning because their other dog has a very severe allergy to flea.
Okay, right.
So so here's the rundown. She's about 8 years old. She is spayed. She may have heartworm. I can't confirm that. She probably hasn't had any shots anytime in the recent past. She's, at the end, I'll show some pictures of her because she's just so, so gorgeous and so lovable. And it breaks my heart. I really wish I could take her.
I know, Julie, that's the hardest part, isn't it? Yeah, I understand that.
I don't know, maybe I need to bring her over here and let her run in my backyard for a little while I play ball with her and see how that goes. And at least maybe that's I don't know, that's a good idea. Okay, back to why you're here. So,
but spread the word, if you yourself, would not be able to, but somebody who might, be able to help Aqua out, that would be fantastic to give her a really good loving home. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Julie. It's important.
Thank you. Thanks for letting me have that moment, a few moments of space too. And maybe the world's trying to tell me, this is going to be your new dog. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to work that out, but we'll see. All right, back to thank you, everybody. All right.
Yes.
So we had a question from our ever amazing supporter, Rudy. And by the way, I just want to say, I know that everybody posts pictures and my close people that I have really backed away from Facebook. I just need you to know that. And so it's not personal that I literally go on once a week, generally speaking, unless I'm posting pictures of a cat or dog. And please don't take it personal if I don't catch your, wonderful pictures or comments. It's not you, it's me. It's me. Got to get away from, that's all. That's all. Okay, back to the show.
That's good. Thanks for letting us know that. Okay, so we do have this one from Rudy. Yes, Rudy, thank you so much for sending this in. And I've never heard of King Tide. So
me neither.
Learn stuff all the time. Okay, so the question is, so we are in King Tide season. When the high tide reaches 7 feet around the coastline, wow. How soon will it be before this becomes a normal high tide, either through climate change or land mass sinking or any other world changes? So, wow, that's cool. So King Tide season, 7 feet. How soon will it be before this becomes a normal high tide, either through climate change, land mass sinking, etc.?
So, do you want to start or you want me to start?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, because I'll sit with that energy a little bit.
So I opened up the records for, as I always do, for myself and the planet. And I got to tell you, the feelings I have are just chaos. It's just chaos. Chaos of weather patterns, of it's heartbreaking, really. I feel very sad about it. This is just a terribly chaotic, tumultuous time for planet Earth and its inhabitants. And it's been going on for a while, but it has accelerated, as I'm sure you are all aware. And it's not going to stop accelerating. We have not reached that place yet. We have to get on this. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is the performance. And if we don't, so not that long ago, maybe a couple of years ago, they told me we had about 10 years. When I opened today, they told me 5 years. I'm going to say give or take, right? Somewhere maybe between 5 and 10 years, where it's not that it won't be a point of no return with with our climate and all the disasters that are happening, but it will just take so much longer, decades, if not longer, to fix and correct it. And so for people of my generation, I'll catch the tail end of it, but it will be our kids. And if I had grandkids or anybody who, that generation, they're just going to have to deal with this mess. And it is a true mess. So that is the big global picture. And if you are aware, tides are rising everywhere because that beautiful landscape in back of Tammy is melting at an unprecedented rate. And it's not just there, it is all over wherever there is ice. And as the ice melts, seas rise. So to be more specific, if we can be, I'm not sure I can give you an actual time frame for when that will become normal, but you can watch it continue to rise, for your sea levels to rise everywhere. And wow, this is so weird. They showed me a picture. So if anybody is a Star Wars fan, last weekend was Star Wars weekend. And the very last movie in that series is the rise of Skywalker. And at the end, towards the end, they show her going out to retrieve this thing called the Wayfinder. And she has to go out into these incredibly tumultuous seas, oceans, where waves are like 100 feet high. Okay, it is catastrophic. They said it will not be quite that bad, but you are going to see things just accelerate to a place where we have never seen them. It will not be that bad. That is movie theatrics and drama and generated, right? But yeah, it's going to start happening. It's already happened. We are in it now, as again, you are probably aware. So specifically king tide, I don't know that I can be specific about king, or they can be specific about king tide, because it's happening all over and one thing impacts another thing. You can just watch for it to continue to go. If you live on the coast, I mean, really the coast where the sea is close, you can walk out and walk across the street to the beach. I want to move. I know that's what they're saying to me. It's oceanfront is no longer going to be what you want it to be. And we're laughing, but it's not funny. It's terribly destructive. And those things are going to start happening all over the world. So we'd say might be another 20 years before you see that as the norm. It's not around the corner. It's not around the corner, but you're going to see incremental changes. I think we're done for the moment. We'll see if anything comes up and pass it back to you, Tammy.
Okay, thank you very much, Julie. That's really, really interesting and feels right from my perspective. Okay, so again, I keep glancing down just because I just looking at the question a little bit more again. So king tide season, 7 feet around the coast. How soon will it be before it becomes a normal high tide? First thing I'm hearing is it won't be for some time to come, which is often their statement, meaning it's not anytime soon. Okay, and it might not be as bad as one might think, maybe on the lesser scale of this happening. What was the 6 to 8 years I heard, guides? Okay, I think maybe in, please take this time frame lightly. I always say I'm not a predictor, but I give a snapshot of what's likely maybe to happen by what they can currently read. We know that energy can change, time, things change, all that. That being said, 6 to 8 years, we see more of the same, although it does seem to increase at times. Interesting, they're giving me the 6 to 8 years. I think that's just kind of interesting in itself. But we don't know that it's going to, what's the word you're looking for, guys? It's like you're giving it to me and I can't get it. Like it's going to affect, I'll just say, everybody at the same time, more gradually here and there. And there has to be a little bit of that, they're kind of impressing this upon me now, that if we want the world to stay occupied, where we can keep coming back and having lifetimes here, we don't think things are going to be as so dramatic. There's going to be those shifts, and there's going to be those times that something gets larger and then maybe evens out a little bit. Climate change, it is changing and developing and changing the course of the future of the planet. Now, how soon will this be? Not for, maybe not even our lifetimes, but we will see effects of it as we already have. I think that's what they're just talking about. We're going to see some of that. So we'll say specifically again, this king tide, where the high tides reach 7 feet, is that going to get even higher, guides, that you can see? At times it might get higher, but this may not be the norm. So again, we would say we might be seeing it going back and forth, back and forth. All of this erosion and kind of like Rudy said, the land mass shrinking and climate change happens over a period of time. Nothing dramatically, well, then they show me like chunks could be falling. So, it may happen in that way, but of course, worldwide, not necessarily all at one time, which probably makes sense. So we would say, expect change. And we say carefully on the expect change, because you get what you expect when you put a lot of energy into expecting. But at the same time, don't be, I guess, so surprised if you are seeing these shifts happening. We are, makes me a little emotional. They're just saying we are really taking care of the planet. We are helping to take care of the planet. And we know that this planet is such a fertile ground for your soul growth and soul discovery that we don't want to see it shaken up so much either. We want you to be able to inhabit, is that the word, to be able to live basically on the planet to continue your journeys. So that's why the shifts may happen. You see, these shifts in climate change also open up possibility for growth in all ways with the human population, as has already been happening. Many discussions, aren't there? Their words. Many discussions, aren't there? Already going on. So again, this is yet another opportunity for growth, discussion, change, opportunity, always opportunity. So that's anything more, guides, with that? Basically come and go little at a time. I don't know what this 6 to 8 years is about exactly, but it feels like it comes more rapidly, maybe in that time, though, yeah, things maybe get more rapid, they're just saying again. And then possibly, and they're even saying, we don't know yet. We don't know if it's going to slow down after that or not. But if that helps, it's kind of a hodgepodge of information, I think, but hopefully it's still a little bit helpful for you.
Thank you so much for your contribution to that as well. So a couple of things that I guess they wanted to add, which is the reason that there isn't always a definitive answer is because there is so much going on. Remember, we started out with chaos, the swirling of just behavior and character and humanity, the dread, from the dregs to the the altruistic end of it. It's just, there's a whole plethora of things going on. So there's a lot of options. And while it is, as Tammy said, and we said, it is going to accelerate. Yes, it's going to accelerate and it's going to ebb and flow.
Exactly.
What they did say also to me is you're going to see a lot more drought. And now that was just a drop in. So I need to know from them. So is it a lot more drought here, where, everywhere, what? So they said, well, definitely in California and other states in your United States. And this is a problem that could easily be solved. You think of the Pacific Northwest as this never-ending supply of rain and water, and while it has been, they are going to start seeing drought as well. And so drought in places that you may not have thought you would see it, earthquakes, just all kinds of hurricanes, tornadoes. Mother in nature on your planet is swirling, and she is pissed off. And so when good things happen to go and change that, then you'll find there'll be a settling down of some things. It is no accident that your current president is working towards those things, and you have a good rainy season this year in California. It is no accident. It is responding to the direction that your new administration is going. And if the rest of the world goes that way, then you will see more of that positive change happening as well. Wow.
Yeah, good. Thank you. I had another thought too that came in about predictability, that they were just kind of showing me that that's part of our lesson too. We know that there's, if we just look at the United States, we know there's states who have that, as they say, unpredictable weather. You never know what it's going to be. And that some of the lesson is going to be more widespread about that for us. So again, the lesson in itself of not having things so predictable will be a lesson. And maybe that's the let go, let God kind of idea, or just letting, loose on the reins, as my guides always like to show me horse reins and, holding them, to let go of that a little bit. So all that's kind of tied in a little bit with this too, is what I'm getting as well. So from a spiritual growth perspective and opportunity in that way.
That sounds right on. Right.
Interesting. On. Yeah, very interesting. So
thank
you for that, Rudy. That was a good question. Thank you.
All right. If you have anything else you want to go to, I'm gonna see if I can.
Oh yes, bring up your nothing else that's really coming to me. I can just open up briefly for like a 2-sentence kind of thing, or guides are wanting to share right now. Okay, I know we say a lot, but they said it. Love yourself first. And, we don't mean selfishly with ego. We mean taking care of yourself, bringing the love in here so that you can attract that same vibration. And you can they're telling me recognize it easier in other people. So you can align yourself more with people who are fostering self-love, who are fostering what it is you need for yourself. So a reminder starts here, really giving yourself that pat on the back, the credit you deserve, standing in front of that mirror, reminding yourself how much fabulous you are, how much you are deserving of love. And, I know we talk about these things a lot, but that's what I opened up just now, and boom, they popped that in, because our guides want us to know these things. They said, we want to shout it from the rooftops, because it seems like such an obvious statement, but many of you are still in a place of giving your energy to other people to show you how you should feel about yourself. So get good at knowing how you feel about yourself.
Get good at knowing about those feelings, and when you have them. Sometimes it is, we have something that is not confrontational, but conflicting, that comes up, and or just feelings that we don't want to feel, and then we push them down, push them away with a lot of different things, whether it's food, substance, whatever it is. we push those feelings away when that happens.
Mhm.
So get good at just sitting in it for a few minutes. It's not going to hurt and it's not going to kill you. All right, let's see if I can share my screen and not have something really weird show up. So hold on.
Sure.
Oh.
So she's going to show us Aqua here.
All right, can you see that?
No, yep, now I do.
Here you see her, right? All right.
There's Aqua.
A better picture of her if I can.
Girl.
Oh my gosh.
Sweet,
I
sweet.
can't explore. What's going down? Oh, no, that's not what I want. Oh, no. Oh, well, that's definitely not what I want. Oh, here we go. All right. There she is.
She's adorable. Let me sit with her energy for a minute, Julie.
Okay.
Can you go back to the last picture?
This one or one more?
Yeah, that's good. First thing I hear from my guides is she deserves love. She's waiting patiently. And Julie, you are one of the angels helping her on her path. And she recognizes this. No coincidence, they say that you were together. You would know that though, because she is willing to be fostered. She is willing to be in a loving home. If there is someone out there, these are our guides' words, that recognizes this love within Aqua and wants to bring her into your fold, please do reach out to Julie. This dog deserves, beautiful, she deserves to have the love and attention. You see, because she's already come this far meaning with Julie, so that she is being recognized, she is being promoted because she loves herself. She too knows that she deserves something better than what she's had. The lessons have been plentiful for her, but now she's in a place that knows in this lifetime, with the rest of the years she has, that she's worthy of being in a loving, devoted home.
Thank you.
And they're just finishing by just asking, if anybody can give her the time, the energy, and the warm home and love that she deserves, the attention she deserves, please reach out. She's a love. Look at her.
Wait. Thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. And I just
I love the tongue.
She's like, I'm gonna get up there even though there really isn't room for me. I'm gonna find room, I'm gonna make room, and I'm gonna sit next to my
enjoying this tension. Auntie. Let me tell you, Julie, this love that you're giving her is so healing for her. It really is. The time you spend with her is, again, karmic, definitely between the two of you before. You've had a previous lifetime with her as a horse. She was the horse.
I would hope so, but I'm not opposed to that either. I
love that. Let me just clarify that. Yeah. And you did take care of her. They showed me the word stables. And you went in and took care. You were a caretaker. You were not the owner of her, I feel like, but she was kind of similar, right? And a lot of lifetimes, by the way, past lifetimes can have similar relationships. But that's what I'm saying, is that you were with her. So of course, one of her many lifetimes, she's been a horse for sure. And your connection with her, you probably had other ones too, generally speaking, but yeah, that just came in. So gosh, reach out, everybody, or let other people know too, please, whoever's viewing this.
It is getting harder and harder for me to say no to her.
Yeah.
But I know why they're called sled dogs, because look at her.
Yeah, she's adorable.
She
takes you on a walk. Is that the idea?
She takes me on a walk. It is really hard some days with her. I have learned, I'm going to stop sharing. That's enough. I have learned to throw ball with her now, to wear her out a little bit before we go. But when she first starts out, she's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So.
Yeah, I bet she's so excited. Well, because she knows this is the love she's looking for. And I'll tell you, something's going to happen, whether it's going to be you deciding to adopt her or somebody seeing this who knows that she'd be a really good fit. This energy, that the wheels are already in motion is what we're trying to say. And when this starts going, there is usually an end result to really anything we do that we're putting energy into. So
I feel like I would go over and get her and bring her into my backyard and just see what she thinks.
You could try that, sure. You could try that.
I'm afraid if I get her into the back, but see, then I have a cat that goes out and I can't have her killing my cat. So
no, I know. Do you know how she is around cats or no? Do you have any idea?
Just want to chase them until she caught them.
Yeah, right. Okay, so she can't be with cats. Let's just clarify that. She'd have, maybe with other dogs. Does she seem to be okay with other dogs that you're aware of?
She just wants a playmate.
Yeah.
But I think I could bring her over to the yard and just let her play and
give her some playtime.
All right, enough about that. Thank you so much, Tammy, to you and your guides.
Our pleasure.
And to anybody out there who's got any kind of insight and willingness, it's really, you're bringing a new person, a new furry being into your family, and it has to be a match, and you have to understand what's involved in taking care of a husky. They are not sit at home dogs. And oh, by the way, I like a dog where I could have a dog inside, and she's not it because I have many cats. So anyway, I will foster or something until she finds her forever home.
Yeah,
all right, everyone.
Lovely.
Until next time, which will be our Christmas show.
Yes, it will. I think so, right?
Whatever that means. I don't really know.
That ought to be fun. It'll be colorful.
Yeah,
right? It'll be colorful if nothing else. So join us, please.
All right. Thank you so much for your time and attention today and your questions. And please, share and ask questions. We're here for you. We do this because of you. That's it. That's not for our own edification, except for the dog today. Anyway, so much love for everybody out there, and we loved your comment today. And so we just want to say, vibrate from, push out the love today.
Yeah, love the planet. Love the planet. Give it a big hug in your visuals, meditations.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you again next week.
Okay. We'll see you later. Have a good week.